I'm just here with a really quick video because the one that I filmed yesterday didn't save, so either it didn't save or I've stupidly didn't push record, one or the other. But yeah, so I've had to come back and redo this. But yeah, so I'm just here to share with you the beginnings of Janette's journal, and this is, I very shamefully have to say that this is extremely long overdue. This was due last year. Janette didn't have a YouTube channel or anything back then, but she found me and started following me on my channel, and yeah, we struck up a lovely friendship, and she asked would I be interested in doing a journal swap, which I was like, wow, yeah, okay. And as you will see in the next part of the video that I already filmed, this was the beautiful journal that she sent me. But I, like I said, shamefully never got around to doing hers. One thing after another happened. Janette, like I said, we become quite good friends, so Janette was accepted onto my personal Facebook account, so she was following along with everything that was going on anyway. And yeah, and she just kept saying, don't worry, it's fine, do it in your own time, no rush. Right, well, now's the time, because I've put it off for long enough. Like I said, things were very hectic back then. They're not much different now. Different things going on, and of course everything in the world at the moment. Home-wise, things are quite calm, so I figured now's the time to do it. But I've put this journal off for so long, and that's really bad, because shouldn't be doing that really when she's already sent hers. Although I did tell her when she messaged and said, I've done your journal, can I have your address to send it? I had told her at the time, well, I ain't even started yours, let alone finished it. You're more than welcome to hang on to mine until I've sent yours. But she sent it anyway, so sweet. And she was right what she said in her message. It really did bring a huge smile to my face at that particular time. We had, I'm not going to go into details, but we had a lot going on this time last year. Like I said, it's been a year. This time last year we had an awful lot going on. So, yeah. But yeah, so here we are. And like I said, I've kind of, in a roundabout sort of way, put off doing this because it's a vintage theme and I don't do vintage. I can't get my head around vintage. I don't know why. Whenever I think about doing anything vintage, my brain just completely freaks out going, you can't do this. Well, this time last year, I was still relatively new to junk journaling and I hadn't really done a major journal. It'd all been like paper bag journals and things like that. This is about as vintage as I got this time last year. This was about as vintage as I got close to doing. It was a paper bag journal and there's nothing in it. It's what they'd refer to as a naked journal. There's nothing in it, just blank pages. But that's as vintage as I got. Everything else that I've done since then has been kind of shabby chic-ish, just modern. Definitely, I've got a thing for floral. I know that. I'm not sure where the other one is. Yeah, I've got a thing for florals. I like florals, and botanical, but I don't know. Yeah, I just, for some reason, my brain's going nope, nope, nope. As soon as I think of vintage, but it's about time. I pulled up the big girl panties and got my head in the game. 12 months have passed, if not longer. I have been on 2 design teams within that time scale. I still am on Daisies at Tsunami Rose. Sherry over at Antique Papery doesn't have a design team anymore. But yeah, so I've been on 2 design teams. I've done all sorts of different things which really pushed me out of my boundaries, and you know, I've delved into little worlds I never thought I would do before. So, and confidence, oh my gosh, what a confidence boost being on a design team has for you. I wouldn't particularly say I'm very confident in doing this, but I will do it. I know now that I can make a journal from scratch. You know, the cover and everything like that from scratch. I've done them in several different ways over the last year, so now's the time to get one done. Whether I can pull off a vintage theme is a different story altogether, but I have kits, I have tea and coffee dyed papers, and you know, these days, this is it though, these days, these kits, you know, there's so many kits around that you can buy that take all that away from you, that pressure and stress away from you. You just put some kit pages in with some tea coffee dyed pages and you're done basically. Then you just make up some ephemera and stuff, so then it's just a case of prettying it up and embellishing it. So, but yeah, but I've got these printed out, and I've had these printed out for some time. This is about as far as I got with Janette's journal, so we'll get to these. These I got off Pixabay, and I just printed them onto creamy ivory cardstock. Figured they'd be nice as journaling cards, really pretty, on some vintagey style, and quite boho, but vintage style ladies, and a postcard with butterflies on. They are quite yellowy, it's not the lighting, although it's not great today. With a girl and two birdies. I had to look for these in my files because I had a feeling these were Graphics Fairy, but they're not. They actually are from Pixabay. So yeah, and then I had some card here. It's like a copper gold colour, but it's textured. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. I was probably thinking of pockets, to be honest, or a tag maybe. I don't know what I was thinking with that, but we'll see. I've got loads more of that anyway. And then I've got all these printed out, and these are from Tracie over at LoveJunk Journals. This time last year I had quite a few Tracie kits, but not many. Now I have loads, so I may just add to this, I don't know. It depends how many signatures I'm going to make this journal, but these are the pages I had already printed out. I'm not going to go into details right now on what kits they are because I can't remember off the top of my head. It is a vintage kit, I know that. But yeah, so we have this one, and I've printed on front and back. Last year we had the HP printer, so I printed on tea dyed paper. I haven't tried that with the Epson yet. We've got an eco tank now, and I haven't tried it with that one. Some tea dyed rectangular doilies. I love adding them in journals. They're the perfect size and shape. Again, another tea dyed paper. And they are pretty much in order from what I can remember. Another tea dyed paper. Love that like watermarking, staining. So from what I can remember, this was the order I wanted to put them into the signature. I'm guessing it was only going to be a one signature journal, but it may turn into two now. Another tea dyed one. And then I have these. Some of these I've printed twice, and I'm not sure why. I'm guessing I was thinking probably tags and journal cards. I wouldn't have been thinking collage back then because I didn't like doing collaging back then. Now I do, so maybe incorporate them into some collaging. Collaged ephemera. Or maybe they were from another kit and I just decided to add them in. These are separate with nothing on the backs of them. Well, them two are. This one does have the back printed on. I was probably thinking journal card or something. That one hasn't. Neither is that one. So I'm not quite sure why those are in there, but I'm guessing these were all the journal pages I wanted to use, and in the order I wanted to use them. That is as far as I got. So yes, after a whole year, I'm so sorry, Janette. I am going to get around to doing this journal, and I'm going to do it, not all of it, because I know Janette watches the channel, and of course I want some of it to be a surprise. But I'm going to do quite a chunk of it on camera. So there we go, guys. And like I said, this is the absolutely gorgeous journal that Janette made for me. And so I am now going to, as I said in the last video, clear the decks and show that off again, because it's been 12 months, over 12 months probably. There is a video on the journal when I got it and the lovely stuff she sent besides. But because we're revisiting, well, we're not even revisiting, but because we're going to be doing Janette's journal, I think we should revisit the journal she sent me as the part of this, her end of the swap. So like I said in the last video, I am going to turn this off, clear the decks and show the video, show the journal. So enjoy, guys, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye. Okay, so we're here now with the flip through. I really hope the lighting is going to do the colours of this justice, because it is so miserable here today. Very, very windy and dull. So these are the beautiful extras that she sent me, and we'll get to them later. But this is the journal, and like I said, I've kept it wrapped up in the bubble wrap all this time because I don't want to get it dirty and dusty, because she has just been sat there not being used. It's a shame, I know it is, because it's absolutely beautiful, but I actually don't think I'm ever going to use this journal. I think it is just going to be one of them, keep it wrapped up and get it out and look at it every now and then and ooh and ah over it. However, I had actually thought of using this as like a friendship journal, because that's how it started. It started as a friendship swap. So yeah, oh, oh, just everything about this. I'm going to go all gooey again doing this. So let's move that and let's look at this. Just wow. There's going to be a lot of ohing and ahhing and wowing over this again, all over again, because it is just so stunning. So she did shabby chic. We talked quite a bit about different likes and things, and I said pretty much anything but shabby chic. I absolutely love shabby chic, and oh my gosh, did she pull it off. Did she ever. But yeah, so there is beads and dangles and all sorts in here. There's a beautiful pin there, like a stick pin type thing there. She's used not foam, paper flowers and some twine and stuff there. Actually, is that twine or is that tatting? I'm not sure if that's actually some form of tatting or something there. Anyway, beautiful, gorgeous butterfly. And she did say, I believe she used ARTYmaze's butterfly kit. She's made this gorgeous tassel to clip on the end, and it is clipped on with a bulldog clip, but I'll leave that on there. I love the clip as well. Gorgeous. It is a one signature journal, as you can tell. But yeah, so she's made this beautiful shabby tatty tassel, book jewellery, book bling that has all kinds of stuff in it, and of course some beautiful beads, beaded dangles. It's just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love flicking through this. I love the feel of it. It's so gorgeous. I love the colours. She's even used some of the blue. I'm not sure if this is seam binding. Originally I thought it was seam binding, but it doesn't quite feel like it, so I'm not sure. But either way, it's gorgeous anyway. I didn't know a lot about laces and trims and stuff like that back then, but the seam binding that I have doesn't feel like that, so I'm not sure. Anyway, it might be. But yeah, so she's used a beautiful vintagey looking, like antique bronze looking loop. I've got some of these in my jewellery making kit. Well, very similar anyway. And then she's looped everything through and tied it around with this beautiful ribbon, and then added it in, not ribbon, yeah, oh, it's tangled. Yarn, that's the word I'm looking for. And incorporated it in. Gorgeous. gorgeous. Oh, I love every bit of it. It's so fluffy. Okay, so like I said, that can be taken off, which is great. And then, oh, it's just gorgeous. I love this fabric that she's used. Beautiful. And I love the tattiness of it. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. That is her kind of signature. She puts that on the back of all of her journals, which is gorgeous. And then, oh, I don't even want to untie it because I can never get it tied back up nicely. So it is tied closed with this gorgeous colour. I love it. I don't know if it's hand dyed or if it's already that colour, but it's absolutely beautiful, and it's a slightly different shade to the cover material she's used on the cover and that, but it is gorgeous all the same. And look at this, she's done a book plate with my name on it. How cool is that? And then there's the beautiful page, and like I said, I believe she used ARTYmaze's butterfly kit. Sorry. It's the little details in this are amazing. But yeah, so she's done a pocket there. Look at this, guys. It's even got what are they called? End pages, whatever it is, marbled. How beautiful is that? And this feels like it's been well, I would say it feels like it's been a book, but I don't think it has actually. I think it's been packaging of some kind. But this pocket is gorgeous. Look, this is what I mean about the detail. Look how that's been cut out. It's been cut perfectly to match. Gorgeous. And then that is separate, that she's stuck on. That's not part of it. That's been glued on. That's gorgeous. And then we have some like journal cards. Oh, so beautiful. Yeah, she what do I want to say? I can't get my words out. Specifications, kind of, that's the word. Were shabby chic butterfly. You know, pastel colours, shabby chic butterflies. I love them all. So yeah, there is, like I said, lots of butterflies in this, which is gorgeous. Oh no, yeah, it goes that way. Just love it. Absolutely love it. And I love that too. Beautiful flower. That's a postcard. 2014. But yes, that could be coloured in. Gorgeous. I love it. And then they are just tucked delicately in that pocket there. I'm always frightened of catching that. But then we have this beautiful page, which has been printed back and front, and it, I don't know, it doesn't feel like normal paper, does that? It's gorgeous though. And then we have the beautiful pastel tones, and then look at this. This is what I mean about the tiny little details. That is probably out of a book or something. It's too small maybe to have been stamped, but that's been cut out, inked around and then glued on there. That's not part of the page, that's separate. And she's done that all throughout the book. It's amazing. Amazing. But yes, so then we have the pocket, like I said, printed on the back with lines. I love lines. Some tags, again with the same material that she's used for the binding, not the binding, sorry, for the closure. Some beautiful tags. And we have a page, a pocket page, no it's not a pocket page, a page with some lace on it, and a beautiful rose gold paper clip. Can't get my words out, I'm sorry guys. Again, that's been torn and stuck on a piece of material, and then she's put found these in a book and thought of you. It's got a V on it. It took me a while to figure that out in the original video. The original flip through video, but how cool is that? That's awesome, I love it. V for Venus flytrap. So yeah, and like I said, she just paper clipped them onto that back end of the page, but that's cool. Lovely little note as well. And then a piece of that same this been glued onto quite a few of the pages, the edges of the pages, and then little bulb clips, pins, sorry, bulb pins with teeny tiny, whoa, teeny tiny seed beads and a pearl bead. I love it. And then she's put a quote on there: to accomplish great things we must not only act but also dream, not only plan but also believe. Honestly, I'm not going to read them all because you can read them yourselves. Oh, sorry guys, my wire's dangling for the, I don't know if you saw that, but the wire's dangling for the charger. But yeah, so tea or coffee stained papers, a book page pocket, which is, and been decoupaged, which is gorgeous, and sewn around. And then there is just a piece of I can't tell, tea or coffee dyed or whatever dyed paper, just folded up, like concertinaed and tucked in, which is awesome. I love this book. There's so much writing space in this book. And then, oh yeah, she's done, I love this, she's made a tag book. Now I need to be careful with this if I remember rightly, because there's material on there and it, lace on there, and it kind of sticks to it, that pokes into it. Look at this. Again, attention to detail. Look at that. Tiny little butterfly stuck on there. Beautiful little lace on there. And these are the ribbons. And look inside, guys. It's a little booklet. How cool is that? But yeah, so, and just popped over the page. So yeah, there we go, just popped over the page like that, and then a paper clipped on to make sure it doesn't move. Again, lined page, another bulb pin with some more seed beads, and then we've got a my mind has gone completely blank and I can't remember what those are called. Won't focus. I cannot for the life of me remember what they're called. That's going to bug me and all because as a beader I should know. I do know, but my mind has gone. There's plenty more of them throughout, so I'll probably remember. A little piece of book page in there. Another beautiful kit page, and again another little tiny piece stuck on there. Stop and enjoy. A cluster, beautiful. I'm not going to take it off, it's just paper clipped on. A beautiful little cluster, gorgeous. And then we have the colouring page. I love this. Actually, let's get back down here. I'll zoom you in a little bit. That's better. Yeah, and then another little piece of the ribbon there. Another little tiny little bit stuck on there that says "Dare to be different." And then on this side, this is a CD wallet envelope thing. Bit of stamp in there, butterflies, beautiful, I love that. Like I said, Dare to be different. Inside there is a booklet, again, absolutely beautiful. Held together with some more of, actually she used that in the tassel. I wonder if it's sari silk. Please correct me on below Janette. But yeah, so actually let's pop that to that side there. I love that colouring page. I might colour that in actually. But yes, so beautiful bit of decoupaging on there. I love it. I love it. Again, some more of that ribbon that's been sewn before she's put it on. Another bulb pin with some seed beads and a pearl pin. Some music paper, some more stamping, a tiny, teeny tiny little envelope, part of the kit. Choose joy. Honestly, I think maybe because of everything that was going on at the particular time, all the little phrases and quotes that she's used, just honestly at the time it had me in near enough tears because it was just so relevant. A tiny little booklet that she's made. Again, part of the kit. I love Andrea's kits. Oops. Why can't I get you back in? That's why. So just clipped onto the edge of that page. Beautiful. Another page from the kit and another little quote. Inspiration is all around you. This just, honestly, these tiny little attention to detail things. Awesome. Another book page pocket there. Another piece of dyed paper. I love it. Love it. The other side. Oh yes. Oh no, not the other side. Another piece of book page. We're not to the middle yet. Oh yeah. A bit of ribbon down the edge. Some bicorns. I knew I'd remember what they were called. Yeah, these little diamond shape beads are called bicorns. Some tiny seed beads, another bulb pin, some decoupage in there, another little piece there. Teal, look at that, teal, honestly. So she's got the definition of teal in there, which is the colour that I love. Seriously, little things, just the little things like that make up, that's made. Oh, honestly, we're just absolutely amazed. At first, when I was reading through them all, I didn't necessarily notice. Now that, for some reason, will not come off. I did struggle with that. I'm not sure if she's glued it on, actually. It feels like it's glued on. Maybe she put it on while this decoupaging was still a bit damp and it's glued it. But yeah, and then we've got a beautiful collaged envelope with the definition of envelope on it. Just amazing. Look at that. A 29p. That's an English stamp if it's in p, which is pence. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. Another piece from the kit. A proper grungy envelope, and I think there's something in it as well. There is. Yep, a journal card, yeah, but it's a index card. That's it. Awesome. And I love this. I absolutely really do love this. And this ain't, I haven't done it for a bit actually, but this actually inspired me. She's left the top of the envelope all, pardon me, torn and tatty. Like when you open an envelope, instead of slicing it to make it straight and perfect, she's left it scruffy, and I love that. Again, some more stamping. Love them butterflies. An Edith Holden page. Love it. Like gold dust. Another flip out. Another piece. Dare to be different again. Beautiful little clustery piece. Beautiful little book on a crab apple. A book page about a crab apple. Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. Shiny is that page as well. I love that one. Don't worry, be happy. I'm not gonna like zoom into them all now. But yeah, another kit page, beautiful page on that. I love that. Love, love, love it. A cluster. Yeah, that's actually a paperclip cluster. I thought I remembered about this. Beautiful. I love that button. It's almost like an amber colour. But yeah, beautiful little cluster, and then she's put a Admit 1 ticket on the back to make it into a paperclip embellishment. That was on here, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Can I get it back on? Can I? Because like... There we go. I struggled with that before. This paper's quite thin but gorgeous. Some more stamping. Like I say, some more of the ribbon. Sorry, silk seam binding. Please tell me. No idea what it is, but please tell me. Another bulb pin, some seed beads and a pearl bead. A cute little pocket there, just what do they call it? Tipping. Book page pocket, love it. Love it. Such a cool idea to just stick it in with a bit of tape. Actually, I think that's paper. But yeah, and then it's the little things in life, it really is. Whoops, sorry guys. Yep, it really is. And then down here, another bulb pin with some beads on it. Down here, there's a definition of bird. And then there's bird, birds of a feather, birds with one stone, bird bath, bird brained. That's definitely me, bird brained, and bird cage. Another, is that Edith Alden? I'm not sure if that's an Edith Alden page, but it looks like it. But yeah, and then I love this. I really, really, really love this. This feels like vellum. And it's been splattered and all sorts on it. Probably some, actually that feels weird. It feels a bit like glue. Possibly embossed, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's just proper grungy, I love it. And then a little piece in the middle. This is a pocket, this. At both sides, but she hasn't put anything in them. Those so cool, something special, love that. I think that's one of Tracie's labels with the look of it. Love it. I really love it, a little crinkle, and I love how that's turned so grungy. And then we come to the other side of the signature, so another Edith Alden page, the other side. And this side kind of mirrors the other side in a way. Ideas can happen anywhere. Another bulb pin. Beautiful little postcard that she's stuck a tiny little pocket on and a teeny tiny tag. Love it. So cute. Like I said, plain on the back for journaling. Another bulb pin. There's the other side of the postcard. And these are the other sides of the kit pages. Life is beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry guys. Not all of you saw that or not. We'll flip back. But yeah, so there's the other side of the postcard. Yep, there's another little one that says life is beautiful. The other side of the tiny book page. Another kind of tipping pocket, book page pocket. I love it. She's kind of gone with the butterfly shabby chic theme, but also a botanical theme as well, which is really cool. Because I like botanical too. Life is strong, or hope, sorry. Hope is stronger than fear. Love it. Definitely Edith Alden page that's been tea or coffee dyed. More stamping. There, another beautiful cluster. I love this. This is material, is this? And it's gorgeous. It's really pretty. So, there we go. It's paperclip cluster. I need to do some clusters. One thing I haven't kind of tried yet. I'm a bit nervous to try a teeny tiny book page. Another envelope that's been embellished on the front. And she's left this one. She does this a lot. She says she leaves her envelopes open 90% of the time for people to either close if they want to or use as they want. So that's cool. Like secret journaling, or then they can decide to close it up themselves if they wish. Some cheesecloth on the back of there. Love it. Another part of the book page. Stop and enjoy. Another teeny tiny envelope. This one, yeah, this one. The other one was closed. This one's open, and I love this. It opens out, which is cool. Also part of the kit. I said the other one closed. I think the other one was glue. Sure. Okay. Sorry guys, Taylor come down for a drink. But yeah, like I said, I think the other one was closed. I'm not sure. Not even sure where it is here. Yeah, it was sealed shut. Not that it matters. But I know she says she leaves them open for people to do their own journaling and stuff in. So that's cool. The other side of the book, music page with the definition of music. So cool. I love all these. Just the little tiny little details. Some more of the ribbon with sewing on. Another bulb pin. Stamp pin. Another envelope. Yep, that's open as well. I love that tea stain, coffee stain inside. That's a single little journal card. They're so cool. That'll go on the top. The other side of the colouring page. Another teeny tiny tag. So pretty. Focus, thank you. So cute in a little teeny tiny pocket. A book page. And then, to be happy is a choice we make, be you. Cool. Another one there. Healthy, happy and wise. Cool. I really love these little tiny details. And then we have a... Oh, it did this last time. It got stuck on that hole. Oh, got it this time. Another tiny little booklet that she's made. It's so cool. I love that. And that is just held on with a paper clip, and I'll stick it in the middle instead of over the hole. Then the definition of book. So cool. Another bulb pin. A little collage there. Cluster. Mistakes are proof that you are trying. A corner pocket. Book page pocket. Another. I like this idea. Cut it into strips and then fold it. I love all the little scraggly stitches bits. Another one on that side, and I love this. She's actually stuck this bulb pin on through the stitching. It's so cool. And then 2 tags from the kit. Oh, I forgot as well, in the middle she put some beads on the binding in the middle. Flip out. And then we have a tag on a tag here. which is cool. It's attached to this tag with a bulb pin through the tag topper, and then a pocket. That's cool. I like that idea. That's really cool. And then we have Choose Joy and Believe on that page. Two separate ones. They're so tiny. And then we have the, well, that was the back page, but then we have the back of the book. And I like this as well. This is really cool. That's a pocket on there with a beautiful little, oh, sorry, focus. Beautiful little charm there on a bulb pin. That opens up as a little book. Focus, thank you. Opens up as a little book. And then this then pulls out. It's attached to the back, but then it pulls out as a little concertina, which is cool. So you've got journaling spots there and on there, and then it folds back on itself, and the front is a pocket. How cool is that? It's not clipped together, but it don't need to because it's in the back of the book. But how cool is that, guys? And that is the journal. So yeah, with the tassel. But yeah, so like I said, it's just absolutely awesome. She more than covered the like shabby chic butterfly blues turquoises theme. So yeah, so chuffed. That way. But yeah, absolutely, I really absolutely love this book. There we go. And clip that back on there. I like that idea. I love the way you just clip it on instead of it being attached. That does come off, but I like to just keep it on because it goes down in between the signatures, and yep, just like before, I struggled getting it back in without squishing them. There we go, got it. I think, yep, I've got it. So yeah, just attaches on there like that. But oh my gosh, she's just so beautiful. I absolutely love her. Absolutely love her. And like I said, I think I'm going to use her as a friendship journal. You know, put things like little cards and stuff like that in there, because I get quite a bit of things. They're not all going to be vintagey styled or anything like that. You know, they're going to be all sorts of modern and whatever, but I get all sorts of stuff, like little postcards from friends and stuff like that, you know, somewhere to put them. This journal really does need to be used, rather than sitting wrapped up in bubble wrap, hiding away. She needs to be up on the shelf and used, and I'll just dust her every day because it really does get dusty in this room. But yeah, so I love her so much, so much. So let's put her to one side a minute. And I know, like I said, this video is super long, and I'm sorry. Well, actually, I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But this is just like I said, a bit of a background really as to the project in hand and why it never got done sooner. But yeah, so, and then look at this. She sent a beautiful, this was the card. This was actually on top of the journal, and then this was all in that wallet. This was on top of the journal. Absolutely beautiful. This needs to go in that journal. Absolutely beautiful. And it says, just because. And then it says, there's nothing really personal in it. And then it says, Hi Victoria, I hope you and your loved ones are all well. I had so much fun making this journal for you. I hope you enjoy it and think of me all the way across the water. We hope to visit the UK one day. Perhaps we may meet in person. Lots of love, your crafty friend Janette. Janette lives in Australia. And absolutely, Janette, if you ever do come over this way, you need to let me know. We definitely need a meet up if you ever come this way. But it is absolutely beautiful, and like I said, this needs to go into the journal. It really does. I'm actually just going to... Oh, it won't go because of the bow. Alright, so let's scoot the bow around to the side. There we go. And I'm going to just tuck that there over the front, and it can stay there. It won't go in the journal, it's too poofy, but it can sit there on the front instead. Just gorgeous, I love it. And then she sent me some amazing little extras, little goodies. And me and Mum tried to figure out for ages what this was. Turns out it's shorthand. But yeah, there's quite a bit of this as well, which is super cool. So she sent some shorthand pages. There is a long envelope here, I love that. And there is even stuff in the envelope. Yeah, the stuff in the envelope is stuff from the kit that she didn't use. So I got them as well, which was super awesome. I do that when I make journals. If I'm using a kit and I don't use all of it, I put the extras in. But yeah, so that's super cool. There are some tags all cut out. Not tags, sorry, tickets. Tickets all cut out. Some tiny tags. Some single little cards. Envelope with the other cards in. More tags, ribbons. Like I said, everything she didn't use is here in this little, well, long but little envelope, which is super cool. More tickets. She's even made another tiny little ribbon banner booklet, which is cool. Another journal index card. But yeah, so absolutely awesome. So there's plenty of extras there to use as well. And I love the envelope. Then there's like a book plate there that says my journal that she didn't use. I'm not sure if this is from a kit or where she got that from, but that is awesome. I love the feel of the card. It's like a textured card. Can you hear? I'm not sure. I don't think it's linen. It's not linen card, but there's a really cool texture to it, which is awesome. That'd make a nice journal cover. I still can't speak. Some doilies, which is also... Oh my gosh, I forgot about the napkins. I need to take these out now and put them in my napkin stash. Look at these beautiful parrots. Parakeets, whatever they are. Koalas, and kangaroos, and butterflies. Amazing. Oh, beautiful birds. I love these so much. Some more beautiful birds. And then we have some book pages, botanical pages from a magazine of some kind, or a book even. Beautiful. Another one. So many videos around now, like showing how to use these to make tags and stuff. Like Tracie's done a few. I think Andrea did some. Gail might have done some, but she's probably seen them else, probably on Tracie's or somewhere, and recreated them. And then, look at this, guys. Look at this. She sent me some Edith Oldham pages, which is absolutely awesome because I struggle. I can't find any here. These haven't been tea or coffee stained, but oh my gosh. Kind of such an honour to have these. I think I'll probably hoard them. I don't want to use them. Well, I do, but then I don't because they'll be gone. But yeah. Oh, love it. Love it. And then some amazing music paper. Oh, it feels so old. So yeah, I struggled for ages to get really good music paper. Not so much vintage, I weren't really fussed about that, but just good music paper. So I bought a big massive bundle on eBay, vintage. I bought a big bundle on eBay, and then, oh my gosh, you never guess what, guys. Me and my mum went and did a charity shop run for material and other bits and bats, and I found loads of it. Every shop we went into, there were loads of it, so I bought a load more. But yeah, so super cool. Look at these. Gorgeous aged colouring to them. Trying to keep it away from my candle. I do not want to set my room on fire. When you were sweet 16. Gosh, that seems like a lifetime ago. And this made me laugh more than anything. I picked up on this on the video as well when I went through it. Look at this. Loch Lomond, which is in Scotland, which also happens to be mine and Third Man's most favourite place to go. It is amazing up there, we love it, home on the range. But yeah, we've been going to Scotland for quite a number of years now, near enough every year for our wedding anniversary, and the very first time we went, we ended up in Loch Lomond. We took a trip there and absolutely fell in love with it. So yeah, every year now when we go back up there, we always make a trip to Loch Lomond. So when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh. I don't know whether she'd been watching videos because I've mentioned it a few times, or whether she'd seen posts on Facebook about it or not. But yeah, just, it made my day seeing that. So, but yeah, get rid of that. But those are the extras that she sent as well. And I am going to leave them out and put them over in my napkin stash instead of back in here in the drawer where I'll forget about them. I have a filing cabinet here next to me, and this has been in there along with 2 other like Happy Meals that I got with bits like this in, and I don't know why I stash them in there. I should have them out in my stash. But yeah, so there you go, guys. That's that. And then what have I done with it now? Oh, it's here. But yeah, so we are now not in this video, but we are now going to, or I am now going to start a new series called Janette's Journal. And we're going to work through this, making this vintage journal together. I'm not going to show everything because I do want there to be a few surprises along the way, but the majority of it I will show. Well, not majority, like I said, I want to try and keep a lot of it like secret-ish, but when I'm going to show you the pages being put together, because I will be adding a few extra things in off camera, making tags and that, excuse me, that sort of thing I will show you. But then when I've finished the flip through video, I will film the flip through video, but the flip through video will stay private on the channel until everything's returned back to normal and I get to the post office and it gets to Janette safely, which will be a while off yet. It'll stay here with me for a bit longer, and then I'll post it when everything's back to normal-ish, as normal as we're ever going to be now after all this. But yeah, so like I said, sorry not sorry for this video being a huge, long, rambly, weird flip-flop video, but I figured if I put it out there, I then have to hold myself accountable. So there we go, that's what we're doing. Yeah, we're going to make a vintage journal, so, and we're going to do it together, most of it together. So there you go. I'm so super sorry it's taken this long, Janette. I know you're not bothered because, like I say, we have had numerous conversations about it, and I know you're not bothered, but I am. It's really annoyed me that I haven't got around to doing it yet. But we're here, we're doing it. So I have videos scheduled on the channel every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, now right up until the middle of June. But these videos, when I do them, will be probably posted as and when in between, highly likely over the weekends actually, because I don't post videos over the weekend unless I've made them there and then and I want to. So I may just pop these on at weekends in between, so you'll get like one video a week at weekend as a bonus, because poor Janette's waited long enough, and now I've said I'm doing it, I have to do it. So there you go guys, and again, just wow to this journal. I am definitely going to make this my friendship journal, because that's exactly how it started off. My friend Janette, and Janette was the very first friend that I made subby wise. So this journal really does have a super personal meaning to me as well. So it seems only really fitting that it becomes a friendship journal. So there you go, Janette. She will no longer sit in the bubble wrap on my shelf. She will be out up the pride of place with friendship things in it. So I will probably, obviously because postage and stuff like that is not perfect at the moment, and I have many things already lurking around the room that I could put in here, but I also have little mini messages from friends as well that I could just print out onto paper and then back onto some of these cards and stuff, so, and then stick them in there. So there you go guys, if any of you'd like to send, obviously Happy Mail's not much of a priority at the moment because of postage and stuff, but if anybody would like to send a specific little message that you'd like me to print out and back onto some lovely paper to put into this journal, then be my guest. Either comment below on this video or any of the other videos, let me know that you want it to be added to the journal, or email me. I'll leave my email address below. Obviously don't make it super long, it needs to be small enough for me to screenshot or copy and paste and print out. But yeah, so there you go. Or alternatively guys, if you want to send a message and email it to me, I will then print it out, and you know, if you want to make up your own email no, what am I saying, virtual message, whatever, if you want to make up a message of your own for me to actually print out, then email me. Oh yeah, I knew it, and yeah, my mind's gone. I'm going. But yeah, thank you so much guys for watching, and thank you so much Janette for being so patient and an amazing friend. And yeah, I'm gonna love you and leave you guys. I will see you later. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.